Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world-famous Conga Room. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. My name is Daniel Ponickly, Artistic Director and co-founder of Conga Kids, and it's a pleasure having you here. Oh, come on. It's no big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly in a magnificent place, aren't we? This is a beautiful location. It's owned by our board chair, Mr. Brad Gluckstein. I want to thank the entire Conga Room staff for putting together this incredible night. From Gil to Valerie to Chad, Mr. Woody on the sound. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, our security. Thank you, our staff, for putting this together. Please stay after the events because we have a signature cocktail. It's either rum or tequila based. It doesn't matter to you. We're going to have some. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that you've had a full day of development and you are all better humans for it. And we're so happy to have you at the end of your developments today because we get you into our Conga Kids zone. From the Conga Kids staff, ladies and gentlemen, Dottie and Arlene. We know them, we love them. A round of applause for Dottie and Arlene. This is not possible without them. We thank you. I mean, truly, you are two of my favorite people, and I've got kids. So I also want to thank Mr. Felipe, our operations director. His card is on the back of this booklet, which I'm going to walk us through because we are not doing a video presentation about it. So any questions, comments, concerns, contact Mr. Felipe. Ms. Devon, our program director back there. Thank you, Ms. Devon, for being incredible. We have our team. We have some incredible liaisons here. We have Ms. Enya, Ms. Kirsten, Ms. Alessandra. These are the people who are in the fields, okay? These are the people who we have teaching artists in the classroom. I'll talk you all through that. I know you're saying, please give me more information about Conga Kids. And we're gonna give you more information, but these are the people who oversee teachers. They've got 10, 12 schools each, and it's an incredible endeavor on their part to be out there, running schools, running kids, and being the pulse of what's happening in our organization. Thank you so much for being that. And like I said, my name is Daniel Ponickly, or otherwise known as Mr. Danny. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our Conga Kids booklet here. We're gonna go through it very quickly, easily, hopefully injury-free, and then we're gonna get up. We're gonna go right back there, and we, humans, will go through a lesson and understand what it means to be a 5th grader, presented with this opportunity, nay, forced into this endeavor, and come out of it all the better for their journey. Ladies and gentlemen, we teach humans how to merengue, foxtrot, salsa, tango, and swing. Primarily 5th grade. We do 6th grade, but between you and me, scheduling in middle schools is too much of a pain in the rear. So we don't want to deal with that, but elementary, 5th grade, that's our wheelhouse. We take these humans and we want the whole grade. We don't want one out of your 3 classes, do you know what I mean? Because then there's a stigma. Why them and not us? Or worst of all, why do we have to do this? Right? So those are the classes that we teach. We are in school twice a week for about 9 weeks of instruction, 18 lessons. We're gonna take them through all these dances, at the end of which they're gonna put on a show. They're gonna put on a show in front of their parents, in front of the 4th grade who's watching them with those beady little 4th grade eyes. And they've got to perform in front of them, and that way the 4th grade knows what's happening next year. They're gonna put on a show for all of their parents and friends, but only 7 competition teams are selected to represent your school at the competition. For the last 2 years, we've had a competition. Not a big deal, okay? It's not a big deal. It's only out here on the plaza in front of thousands of screaming humans. And it's a live, incredible show. But only the winners of the semifinals get to advance to the big competition. What else do we have? Ladies and gentlemen, it is very hard to stand in front of another human, as an adult or a 5th grader, to get into a ballroom dance position, to do a stupid merengue, or a stupid tango, to shake hands and say, thank you, human, to look them in the eyes and say, thank you, human, and not have a significant social, emotional impact. We are talking about teamwork. We are talking about collaboration. We are talking about empathy. We are talking about we and we all work together on this, because only we all are going to survive on stage together. So that's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, we've also started a new program. It's a traditions curriculum for our advanced grades. We went back to the motherland. We went back to Colombia and we said, what is this cumbia? We went back to the motherland and we said, what is this salsa de rueda from Cuba? We went back to the motherland, Harlem, New York, the birthplace of the Harlem Renaissance. And we said, what is this thing called the Lindy Hop? And we took these roots-based dances and we formed a curriculum around those. And it was truly one of these amazing experiences for me on this jaded New Yorker. On this, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and it's a rare event where you really get moved. It happens all the time for me. I'm kind of a softie, but we were watching these high schoolers put on this show this past semester, and for the first time they're on stage on their own. They have nobody calling out the steps, and it's a mess. It's a mess. And then from the crowd, somebody starts calling out the steps. Wapea! And they're all doing it. Claps, and they're all doing it, and then they start all calling out together. It was one of those moments where they all of a sudden, this class became we all together in this thing. That's just what we do, no big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, we are aligned through all sorts of standards, fit beautifully into phys ed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have, we need a big room and we need all your 5th grade classes, as we mentioned. We are growing. This past year, we were in 97 schools throughout Los Angeles County. We were all the way in Pomona. We were in Beverly Hills. We were everywhere you want to be. And we are expanding. So thank you for coming out and having some food with us. Thank you for having a cash bar. We're going to be opening up a specialty cocktail in just a moment, but I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're saying to yourself, I've just spent a full day in professional development. Finally, I get a moment to sit down and have some food and a drink. What I want to do now is get up on my feet and join Mr. Danny in a very first lesson as 5th graders walking into the room, forced to do this program by your principals, forced to do this program by your 5th grade teachers, forced to do this program, and you march into the room. And you march into the room. Thank you, Mr. Devin. That's great marching music. Ladies and gentlemen, come join us. And now,
where are they?
I love it. Keep it going. No, we think you know too much. You know too much about the program. You're ringers. Don't be ringers. Ladies and gentlemen, come forward. Now here you are. Put yourselves in the shoes of 5th graders. Put yourselves in the shoes of people who do not want to be here, but yet we are here. And welcome. Now, a little bit about, we're just going to state the clearly obvious. We're going to need some lady volunteers to play the role of gentlemen, which is actually quite interesting because this conversation has really come up in the last few years for us. We are not a cisgendered organization. We are, however, a gender binary organization. We got to pick a side. There's 2 of us. You got to pick a side. It does not matter where you step forth, right? It only matters that you step forth. Okay? So what I'm going to say is when I see these 5th graders, and make sure all their shoes are on top. And we stand up nice and tall. We say, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Mr. Danny. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Mr. Danny.
Now we're going to stand up, stretch our hands up nice and tall. I'm going to ask for all the gentlemen to please come forward and make a big circle around me. Come forward, gentlemen. There we go. There we go. Thank you, gentlemen. Excellent. Very nice. Listen, we're going to need more gentlemen. Get over here. We need more help. We need more gentlemen. Thank you. Especially if you're an actual gentleman.
Come on, Felipe, give us one for your birthday.
And then
With us, gentlemen.
we're going to have all the
Make a bigger
gentlemen.
circle.
Let's walk around the circle in this direction, gentlemen. Just go ahead and walk with your feet. This is our very first dance turn. We're learning very intricate dance information. This is called walking with your feet. Yes. This is one of those walking with our feet type things that we have to do. Yes! We're getting it! A round of applause for gentlemen who are walking with their feet. We're around the circle. Walking with their feet. And we can walk even faster. We can walk. No, we're not doing a conga. I know you got the conga on the brain. We're just... Let's continue. And now... What is your name, ma'am? Ms. Gail. Now you notice, for us, it's all Ms. and Mr. We are not getting down with the kids. We are bringing them up. Okay? When we walk into a classroom, it's ties and nice clothing. Right? It's always Mr. and Ms. So, Ms. Gail, would you kindly lead the ladies walking around the circle in the other direction? Gentlemen, we're walking with our feet. Let's go. Walk with your feet. Walk. Walk in with our feet. We'll walk in with our feet.
West Side Story.
Excellent. Walking with our feet around the circle. Let's go. Now, here we are, as fifth graders, walking with our feet. And we're wondering who am I going to wind up with? Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Keep walking with your feet. Everyone's walking their feet. Excellent. 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 Wow, very nicely done. Very nicely done.
I know, I'm probably
And
missing it.
everyone, please stop right there and put your feet at me. Now, I recognize we have, I think everyone brought their own videographer. And that's great. Because we do live in a social media world, so everyone's got the videographer. Good, don't be distracted by the videographer. So, gentlemen, if you're on the inside of the circle, you are what we call a gentleman. Please take your left foot and tap it into the circle. Tap, 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 tap on the foot. Not that left foot. Try the other one. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. That's our left foot. Great job, gentlemen. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job, gentlemen. Ladies, would you please come and tap the right foot into the circle? Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. The ladies are fabulous because they are ladies. And tap. Good job, tap, please. Ladies, you can start with your right foot. Ladies, do you know why you begin with your right foot? Because the men start with the left, logically. Well, we start with the right foot. Why, ladies?
Because women are always right.
Because the ladies are right. However, oh, I'm going to do Miss Devin. I'm going to do Miss Devin. Miss Devin knows all my jokes. And it is not a joke because women's rights are important. Thank you so very much. So, we're going to start marching our feet underneath our human bodies by taking 8 steps. Gentlemen, which one are you starting with? Right. Ladies, which one are you starting with? Right. Why is that, ladies? 8 steps marching in place. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just 8. Try again. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop right there. For our next trick, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with our feet closed, and then we're going to march 8 steps to the side. If I'm a gentleman, which I have been, we're going to start with our left foot to the side. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then march in place for 8 steps. 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2. Got the idea? Gentlemen, left foot, ladies, right foot. 5, 6. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. March in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. March in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. March in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then stop right there. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You are at a perfect 5th grade level. Perfect time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's my next trick. And for my next trick, I might have to put this microphone down. You just have to listen to the mood of my voice of the microphone. Because we are in a situation now where everyone's pointed their feet into the circle. In a moment, gentlemen, we're going to ask you to do something different. Well, first I want you to see what happens. I'm about to do a little bit of magic. Okay, you tell me what you see happening, okay? Here I am standing alone, handsome, and it doesn't need to be mentioned, but, and then all of a sudden we're going to go, you tell me what happened. Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, what did you see happen before your very eyes? Ship, you missed Debbie. up here. And how is it going to feel? Why does she appear? All right, this is one of those calling out classes that I'm going to just go with. But because why? Because I invited her with my hands, I gave a smile. What if instead of doing that, I went like this? Instead of me trying to, what if I went like this? Why is instead of not putting her hands in my hand? Because I was being rude and just being right. We're going to cut to the chase here, educators, yes? Okay. And we're talking about that because in a moment, gentlemen, you're going to turn your feet and point out of the circle. There will be a human in front of you. You're going to put your 2 flat hands out. They're going to put their 2 flat hands down in your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, stop right there. Think about how you are feeling right now. Now imagine you are a 5th grader facing this. Okay? But we make it work. This is the first big stress point. We have to touch another human. Right? No. I mean, this is a very big deal for some people. A very big deal. And we'll be with them. And if it takes the entire 18 lessons for one of our students to finally touch hands and move to the side, well, that's a victory. Because that person is going through a lot to get to that point, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your feet, point them out of the circle, they're human. Put your 2 flat hands out. Ladies, walk forward, put your 2 flat hands down into their hands. Let's go, down. Perfectly, no, there's no sharing. There's no sharing necessary. Because, try one second. Because not every class, in fact, no class is perfectly, what's it called, ratio, right? We're always going to have extra people. That's fine. That's fine. That's part of our lesson. Because now we're going to take 8 steps to the side, and then we're going to watch you place your 8 steps. Ready? Gentlemen, which foot? Left. Ladies, which foot? Right. Marching to the side. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. March in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. March in place. So 1, 2, 3. And please come right there. Here is the second big deal. Please look your human partner right in the eye. Shake hands and say, thank you, human partner. Everyone, please take 1 step to your left. Figure it out. To your left. Everyone, take 1 step to your left. And there's a new human partner in front of you. And let's try again with our front pancakes. Marching to the side. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marching place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marching place. So 1, 2, great. Stop right there. And again, please shake hands and say thank you, human partner. No. Is that funny? Isn't it funny how like you're so loud and just stop talking? Everyone pays attention. Right? It's a fun tool, right? Then we have to go over how to really shake hands. This is not something that we just know, right? We really need to learn this. This is in every class thing. We're gonna do it for weeks and weeks. We take a real hand-to-hand contact. We look our partners right in the eyes, and we shake our hands and we say, thank you, human partner. There you go. And we take another step to the left and we say, hello, new human partner. And we take 1 step to the left. Take it to the left. Great.
When I look at LA, there was it's been a long time.
5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, our pancakes have cooked long enough that now they can stand up on their own cooked pancake position. Hands and elbows touching. And not only that, watch what we're going to do. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ladies turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gentlemen turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the humans turn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the idea? Music, please, por favor. Hands and elbows touching, ladies and gentlemen.
We got it.
Now, just so you know, human educators, not fifth graders, sometimes we're going to jump back and forth. So what we do is it will be a teaching artist. One teaching artist is in the class throughout all these lessons, but in the first lesson, we have a liaison, Ms. Deb and myself, to come in to facilitate that first lesson because a lot gets done. Like, we just walked in as terrified fifth graders, now we're starting to have fun. Okay? However, we got another thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to the classroom, fifth graders. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many fifth graders here have ever seen humans dancing together? Have you ever seen like a party or on TV or movies or yeah? Okay. So when you see people dancing together, you see them dancing like this. Is that correct? Oh. Okay. Let's open this up for some conversation. So if you haven't seen humans dancing like this, what have you seen up there? Oh, so you've seen this version. Oh, great. That's the one we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. So, I just want to make sure that we are keeping with what you know. That's it. You like this, fifth graders, yes? So, we're going to break this down on our own, okay? By ourselves. We're going to try a phantom part. Everybody's feet pointed into the circle, hands up, okay? Now, if you are a gentleman, you turn your left hand to the side with your left thumb pointed up. If you're a lady, you close your right hand on their hand, you close your hand. Gentlemen, close your left hand. Now, gentlemen, you're going to put your right hand on the lady's shoulder blade. This is a safe touch zone up here. Ladies, put your arm down on top of their arm. Let's all try this together. Everybody, cook pancake positions. Please go back to your partner. Cook pancake positions. And let's walk through it together, okay? Gentlemen, turn your left hand to the side. Ladies, close your hand around the hand. Good. Gentlemen, put your right hand on the back of the lady's shoulder blade. Gentlemen, ladies, put your right hand on top of your arm, on top of your arm. Good. Get those arms up. Get those chicken wings crisp. And now, we're going to try this all this way. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ladies, turn. Open up your hand. Turn, keep holding the hand. 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. Gentlemen, turn, keep holding your hand. 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the humans turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please over there, shake hands, say thank you, human partner. Take a step to the left, say hello, you human partner. And let's try again. Ballroom dance positions, please. Now when you do a turn, make sure you keep your hands holding, okay? Keep coming to the head. 0 and 8. Great, thank you. Fifth graders, right? Are our feet open or closed on the odd numbers? Let's figure it out. Please get into position with your human partner. This is the only time we're going to ask you to look down at your feet. We're going to look down at our feet, we're going to count the numbers out loud. Ready? Look at your feet. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got the idea? Open and close your feet with your partner. Piece of business number 2. Everyone keep holding your hands together. Raise that hand up into the air. Ladies, look to your right and turn under your arm to your right. Go under the bridge to your right. That's our direction. Very nice, ladies. Turn again. Turn again. Turn again. Turn again. Great. Turn again. Now, gentlemen, you look under your arm to your left. Go under your arm to your left. Turn again. And again. There we go. Excellent. Those are our directions. Please shake hands. Please say thank you, human partner. Take a step to your next human partner as Miss Devin plays some more music for us. Five, six, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ready, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the side, 2, 3, 4. Gentlemen, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the side, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the humans turn. 2, 3, 4. And to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the ladies turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the side, 1, 2. Great job! Come on there, shake hands, say thank you, human partner. Hello, new human partner. Take a step to your left. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we could keep this dance party going all night long. However, let's do it. However, some of us need to go to sleep. So, but the class is not yet over, okay? So before we leave, we need to make sure we have a very, very important piece of business taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, you just answered the human part, right? Do me a favor, gentlemen, take your right hand, make a fist with the right hand, put it right here in your hip. Make sure that elbow is out nice and pointy. The right elbow. There we go. Point that elbow at that human part you just answered with. Ladies, please take your right arm and hook your arm right through that arm. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there will be situations where we have extra humans, either extra ladies or extra gentlemen. So, you are a gentleman. Let's go. Okay. There's a. Okay. But the idea is good. No, it's okay. Because you, sir, you're gonna have two arms in action. You're gonna That's right. And you have two arms going on there. That's right. Here's the thing. Nobody walks into or out of class alone. We are all escorted in our escort position into or out of class. You'll appreciate this. So we tell our teaching artists this all the time, and their second lesson is their first lesson on their own, right? And we tell them, class does not move on until everybody walks in this position. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had some classes where this is all we do. Where we walk, the first couple people walk in, and then towards the end, they're all strolling in, angry! And we say, ladies and gentlemen, this is not how we start class. Simply walk out and try again. And they've got to fix it. It's a team sport. It's a team sport. When your team is ready, we'll come in. Make sure everybody's got a partner. It's all again. And again, the last team just will not do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please stop right there. We're going to walk out and try again. And at that point, like, come on already! They're freaking out and everything. But if it takes 5 minutes, great. If it takes 10 minutes, fantastic. If it takes 15 minutes, that's life. But this is the standard that we want. We want to make sure that everyone is taken care of in this class. We want to make sure that everyone knows that there's no, it does not matter if you've had a problem with this person since the first grade. You're going to dance with them. You're going to shake hands, you're going to look in their eyes and say, thank you. You're going to go to the next person. And that issue slowly is chiseled away because you are now dancing together. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Concord Kids. Thank you for coming out and joining us today. We have a signature cocktail. Don't forget to call our man for eBay if you're interested. Right there. Thank you so much. Music, maestro. Please, this is my music. We're gonna bam, hit the music. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we can keep dancing all night long. Thank you so much for joining us. See some right there. I'll take you a second. Before we go, Ms. Arlene has got.
I have your drink tickets.
Drink tickets! Are you kidding me? She's Arlene right there. She's in the bar. Thank you so very much. Have a great night.